Oh, he's a big fish, Pops. Oh, look at him down there. It's a big pike, Dad.
Oh,
Huge
man,
pike.
that is a good sized
Look at
one.
that, Dad. Woo-hoo-hoo. Big fish, guys. He's barely got the back hook in his lip there. Oh, don't come off. Come here, Bubba. I'm gonna have to hand land him, Pops. We're not gonna be able to fit him in that net.
That's for sure.
We got this light line on here. Oh, don't get me over there in them weeds. Big fish, guys.
Hang on to him, you can get him.
Big fish, guys. We'll land him the old-fashioned way, Pops. We're just gonna have to use our hand. Look at that one, guys.
You've hand landed them before.
Deep weed beds, folks, I'm telling you. You may make 1,000 casts a day, and you may only catch 5 or 6 fish. Oh, he's head shaking, but they're gonna be good ones. Look at that big dude down there glowing, guys. Oh yeah, Pops. Look at the back on that fella. Okay, he's got a couple hooks in him now. I'll get him here, Dad. I'll get him.
Don't cut yourself. You know what happened before.
Yeah. Okay. Look at him. He's got one hook in. Oh. He's got one hook in, guys. We'll get him. All right, he jumped and got a couple more in him there.
Go easy.
We can do this without tearing up our hands. Got him, guys.
Good show.
Look at that one, folks. Woohoo!
Man, that's a nice pike.
Look at that, folks. Big crankbait right in the side of his mouth. Tell you what, folks, welcome to the Angler's Experience. Today, we've got something fun in store for you. I'm so excited I can hardly talk. We're gonna be showing you a method for using these big deep diving cranks and working deep weed beds to catch big bass and big pike. Just like this guy right here. Let me get my pliers, I gotta get the hooks out here. Don't wanna hurt this big dude. These big cranks on these weed beds, you can catch some awesome fish. Just like that guy right there, folks. Cranking in 15 to 25 feet of water. I got my dad fishing in the back of the boat with me. This should be an awesome show, so you folks stay tuned. Let's put this dude back.
That is a nice pike.
That is an absolute beast. 35 pounds or so. It's a big, big fish. What a beauty. We're gonna put this fish back. Yeah, that is awesome.
The Angler's Experience is proudly sponsored by Crestliner, leader by innovation. Strike King Lure Company, #1 in fishing lures. Setter Rods, the American way. Sidewinder planer boards, fight the fish, not the board. Vibey Lure Company, blade baits for serious anglers. Tobler Marina, your one-stop boat shop. Easy Loader, all boat trailers are not created equal. Oxart, your single source supplier. Lincoln Electric, the welding experts. And Honda Marine, it's all about power.
Oh, there's one, guys, right there. I don't know what it is. Cranking down there deep. What do we got? Grab the net, Pops. I don't know what it is. It's not fighting like a pike. Oh, it's a big largie.
Holy cow.
There's a good largie. Nice fish. Got that Lucky Craft crank right in the side of his mouth. Look at that, guys. That's a chunky one, huh, Pops? Beautiful, beautiful largie. Deep weed beds in summer, guys. You can't beat them. Boy, he wasn't coming off either. Yeah, he's hooked real good. Big old crank right there in his mouth. There we go, there's one. There you go, guys. Deep diving Lucky Craft crank. Working that deep weed edge right there. Nice chunky fish. Probably go about 3.5, 4 pounds. All right, what a beauty. Let's throw him back in there. Nice, healthy deep weed fish. All right, buddy. Later, buddy. Folks, the bait that Pops and I are using here today is made by Lucky Craft. It's a flat CB D12 deep diving finesse crankbait. And a couple of the things that I like about this bait and why I've chosen it for this technique of working these deep weed beds today is, one, it's got an extremely large bill on it. It's going to dive me down to around 14 feet. The other thing I like about it, it's got big hooks and big split rings. We're potentially going for big bass and also big northern pike. And a lot of your cranks aren't made for that northern pike bite. What you'll find, they got real light wire hooks on them. These fish get down into those weeds, you try to pull them out and you straighten those hooks out. The other reason why I chose this bait, this particular color, has to do with the forage fish that these bass and pike are chasing right now. What they're going after, we're late summer right now, and our kokanee salmon are starting to make their way into the tributaries and into the bays to spawn. And what I've done is I've gone with a blueback and a chrome sides just to imitate that kokanee. Now, the other thing about this bait is a big profile. It's a big bodied bait, as you can see, and that's going to attract those big fish out of that weed beds, those deep weed beds. Now, what we're doing a little bit differently, I've got 10-pound test Suffix Elite line for my main line so my crank can get down deep. But what we're having to do, because these northerns in here, they'll bite right through that 10-pound test. So what we've done is we've attached a small barrel swivel here, and then I've got a piece of 40-pound Yozuri hybrid for my leader. Just in case we hook up with those big pike, we're going to be able to keep them on. They're not going to bite off. So next time you're out in the summer, work those deep weed edges. Get one of these guys right here. They make a variety of different colors in these baits, but I tell you what, folks, it's a great bait for big fish in deep weed beds.
Fish on.
You got him, Dad?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice one.
I'm back here eating sandwiches, and you catch a fish. Can you get him, or you need me to come and help you?
No, I think I can get him.
All right. This sandwich is eating good, so I'll let you catch that fish and be the hero.
Oh, he just barely hooked.
Well, hang on to him, Pops.
There we go.
There's a nice one, Pops. How about that? I'm back there eating a sandwich. You take over the boat and look what happens. Well, that's a big dude there, buddy. Nice fish. That is awesome.
Nice fish.
Awesome, awesome.
Looks so strange to see a largemouth. Been smallmouth for so long.
Yep.
Get back into the largemouth again. It's been awesome.
That's big. Them deep weed beds or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
That Lucky Craft crank's kicking butt.
Oh, that's working awesome.
Awesome. All right,
Awesome.
Dad. Send him over the side. Just let him revive there for a minute.
Ah, nice one. You need to take a lunch break more often.
Yeah, I see how you are. I take a minute to eat and look what happens.
I'll run the boat from now on.
There you go. Awesome. Fish, Dad. Good fish.
All right. You want me to get the net?
I don't know, Dad. I think he's too big. I'm going to have to land him by hand. We'll just see. Be on hold there. I'll see what happens.
Okay.
We've got to be easy here. Got to be easy. He's got that plug deep. Oh.
Boy, this net ain't gonna work.
That's a huge fish, isn't it, Pops?
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
There he is. I'm going to that one, guys. Guys. He's got that crank way down in there, guys.
That's a good sized one.
That's a big dude, man. That one's got to be 15, 16 pounds.
Oh, gosh. Easy now.
Guys, this is a beast. This is a beast, guys.
You're gonna have to take him by hand. That's the only way you're gonna get it. You've done it before.
Yep, we'll just have to jam the hand in there and see what we can get.
Oh, man.
Right there, guys. Look at that one. Look at that one, guys. Beauty, guys. Beautiful pike. He got that CD12 right there in the corner of his mouth. Tell you what, folks, that is a giant, giant fish. What a beauty. All right, folks, I don't want to hurt this fish. We're going to turn this big fish loose. Get a weight on it real quick with the boga grip. See what he weighs. Folks, that's a 17.5 pound northern right there, guys. What a beauty. All right, folks, we're going to slide this fish back over the side. Let him get revived back up. We don't want to hurt a big pike like this. There he goes. Back down into the abyss. All right, guys, deep cranking weed beds. Pops and I are out here cranking them silly. You just got to get out and fish that deep water. That's what can happen. Not only big bass, but big northern pike. Oh, there's one right there, guys. Got one, Pops. Oh, it's a big largie, Pops. Grab the net. Big largie, Pops. Look at that one, guys. That's a good one. Oh, he's barely hooked. All right. Deep weed line again, Pops.
That is a nice one.
Isn't that a nice one? Careful of them hooks. Got those hooks. All right. Careful of those big hooks on that Lucky Craft, boy. They'll get you. That's a nice chunky fish, huh, Pops?
Nice for up here.
Got that Lucky Craft big old crank right there. Come off that deep weed line right off to the side of us. Okay. Do this without having bad things happen here. I'm gonna have to get me a set of pliers. Right here. Nice fish, guys. That's a good fish right there. Let's do this without hurting him too bad. Come on, Bubba. Get that dude out of you. There's that one. There's that one. It's a good chunky fish, huh, Pops?
Oh, yeah.
The old big old Lucky Craft crank's doing her, man.
Something else up here.
Deep weed lines in the summer, folks. That's what it's all about. All right, let's slide this guy back. All right, see if we can't go get another one, folks. I tell you what, these deep weed lines in the summertime are key. This is a kick in the pants. Let's do it. Let's do it, Pops.
Okay.
Folks, what we've done, we fished this outside rim of cabbage, and in the back of the boat right here, the depth is reading about 18 feet. In the front of the boat, I'm reading between 9 and 10 feet. So what I've done, we fished this outer edge and we didn't get anything. So what I'm gonna do is come in behind. You can see this is a real steep drop in shoreline. We've got some boulders and stuff in here. And up shallow, it's a foot deep, but it's tapering off really fast and running into the back end of this cabbage bed. So what we're gonna do to just make sure we covered this whole pile is we're gonna come in behind it and cast this back edge before we move to the next chunk, just to make sure we've checked it all the way around. That's one of the things you want to make sure you do. Fish your structure all the way around, whether it be a rock pile, a drop off, cabbage bed, lily pads, fish it in every direction, front and back. What we're going to do, we'll see if we can get something up here. Got a big old crank out there working.
Man, this is a nice little spot in here. Got one?
He's a good one. Big fish, Pops.
You need the net?
Big fish. He's down in the weeds. I don't know if I can get him out or not. I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know what it is, but it's a good fish. Oh, guys, it's a huge largemouth. Huge largemouth. Man. Good fish, guys. Hand me the net, Pops, if you can.
Okay, I'm coming with it.
Oh,
Here you go.
all right, thanks, Pops. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, we got him, guys. Oh, wow, wait till you see this one, guys. Holy smokes, folks. This is a toad. Oh man, look at that. He kicked that front hook out. Got him up in his head here. Folks, look at this fish. Look at this fish, Pops.
Oh man, look at
That
that.
right there, my friends. Is a chunky, largemouth bass. Look at that mouth, guys. Tell me that these deep weed beds with these big cranks right here, he's got down in the salad. Tell you what, guys, there's a plug inside of there.
You gotta weigh that one.
Right there. Look at that, folks. Pulled him out of that big, deep weed bed. What a beautiful, beautiful largemouth. That's a good one up, Pops. That is
nice.
Awesome. Look at that pig. Let's throw him on the boga grip here and get a weight on him. Let's see what we got. I don't want to hurt this fish. Folks, that fish is 6 pounds. 6 pounder, Pops.
Nice fish.
What an awesome fish. All right, let's get a snapshot of that fish and we'll turn it loose. All right, folks, let's throw this fish back over the side. We don't want to hurt a big fish like this. Let's get him back over there.
Gotta keep that gene pool.
All right, Bubba. Thank you a lot. Let him get revived here for a minute. He fought hard down there in that cabbage. There he goes, folks. Back to be caught another day. Awesome, awesome fish right there. Swimming off into the weeds. Hey, what, folks? Deep weed beds. This time of year, you're not going to go out and you're not going to catch 20 or 30 fish. You're going to go out and catch 5, 6, 7 fish. But you're going to work hard at it, and you're going to catch big fish, good quality fish. Everybody gets in this term of fishing the inside. I call it fishing the inside. This time of year, the summer months, you want to be fishing the outside. And we're going to talk to you a little bit about what I mean by the outside. But let's get back after it and see if we can't get another one of those big fish like that. That was awesome, huh, Pops? I do a lot of seminars and get a lot of emails throughout the year, and one of the questions I always encounter from people is, why don't I catch big fish in the summer? They can catch them in the spring, but they can't seem to catch them in the summer. And what it has to do with is kind of my theory on fishing inside versus fishing outside. And when I say fishing inside, what tends to happen is people get in the mode of going right back to the same piece of structure, whether it be a brush pile or a dock, where they caught spawning fish in the spring of the year. And what happens, big fish, they don't live their life in that shallow water for a very long period of time. For us in the Northwest, our lakes are basin lakes. They're 180, 200 feet, 300 feet, some lakes. We have a lot of deep water, which makes our fishing pretty tricky because we deal with suspended fish a lot. And what happens, if somebody goes up and they work a dock in the springtime and they pull a 5 or 6 pound largemouth off of that, they continue to go back to that spot. And that dock may only be in 5 to 8 feet of water. Well, as the water temperature starts to warm up, 60, 65, those fish, especially big fish, start to retreat, and they retreat out to these deep weed lines. So what I like to do is fish outside. In the springtime, we fished inside, which is basically from the drop-off in, looking for those pre-spawn and spawn fish. Now that we're in the summer period, I look for the deepest weed bed that I can find, and I'm looking for a good cabbage bed, which in our area, cabbage is a popular weed, and I'm looking for something in 15 to 25 feet of water. I want to find the last weed bed before it drops off into the abyss. And what you'll find, whether it be pike, crappie, perch, your biggest fish are going to live on that outside edge. So if you get in the habit of getting out of the mode of like this bay right here, you'll see people pull in and they go right up against the bank and they're fishing the bulrushes and the lily pads. If you want to catch a lot of small fish, that's what you want to do. If you want to catch the big fish, start fishing outside, get into this deep water. You can work it with crankbaits. You can work it with a variety of different baits, Carolina rigging. I just like cranking because the cranking seems to pick up the bigger fish. But start fishing outside, get to that last drop off, the last weed clump in that bay, and that's where your big boys will be at. You just got to be patient and persistent, and you're going to catch those big fish. largie. Keep his head down, guys. Looks like a nice one. Oh yeah, nice largemouth, guys. Nice one, nice one. Man, I'm telling you what, folks. You just gotta believe when you fish deep. Look at that fish burying his head down there. That's a nice one. Pop's got the net, buddy. Look at this one, guys. Look at this largie out here. That's a nice one. Right there. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Folks, we are sitting, believe it or not, right now, we're sitting in 25 feet of water. These weed beds that we're fishing in, the shallowest part is about 17 feet out off the edge, and I've got the boat in 25 to 30 feet of water. And you just got to get out of that habit. Let me get these hooks out, boys. Hooks are strong. You just got to get out of that habit of fishing shallow in the summertime. You're going to find those big fish if you get out there and fish deep, using these big lip crankbaits like that. Look at that, folks. Beautiful fish. 3.5 pounds, somewhere in that neighborhood. What a beauty. All right, let's get him back, see if we can get another one. Beautiful fish.
Awesome.
See you later, buddy. Well, folks, I think I've casted probably 1,500 times a day. My arm's pretty tired, but we caught some big fish. I think Pops is ready to go home. You ready to go home,
My
Pops?
arm's ready to fall off.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Tell you what, folks, next time you're out in the summertime, get out off those deep weed beds, fish the outside, and you're gonna catch those big fish, I promise you. As always, I wanna thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
For a list of today's gear and techniques, log on to axfishing.com and select AX Journals.